Hello, this is Mrs. Han. I'm going to go over the pollination gizmo. So let's take a look. Here is the student lab, and you've got some vocabulary, some prior knowledge questions you can answer. And then we'll go ahead and do the gizmo warm-up. It gives you a little more information, and then you're going to click on the identification tab, which is right here. Here's the list of flowers, and you're going to answer this question. We've got the closed view of the flower, and we're going to try to guess what the petal, the pedicel, and the sepal are. And it says use trial and error, so you can not be right, but it will tell you if you're correct or not. Well, I definitely know the petal is that one. Okay, the next two are pedicel and sepal. Well, pedicel kind of sounds like pedestal, so I'm going to try this. Sepal is that. So they're all correct. If you put one in the wrong order, it will tell you, and you can switch it. Now it says to show information. So right now it's showing me information about what the sepal is and does. Here is what the pedicel is and does, and here's what the petal. So you can click on that and go ahead and answer questions A and B. Then you are going to go to the open view of the flower. So if you cut open a flower, just kind of do a cross section, take a little knife and cut it straight down the middle. This is what you'll see. And we're going to go ahead and label the ones we already know. So petal, sepal, and pedicel. So let's go ahead. Pedicel, petal, and sepal. And then we're going to do the other ones by reading about what the receptacle is. It's a cup-like structure that holds the flower. Label this. So this kind of looks like a cup-like structure. So you're going to go ahead and give it a try. If it's correct, you'll see that you are correct. So you're going to go ahead and read about the other structures and finish labeling them. Take your time so that when you get to number 2, you can answer these questions, which are basically a review of what you labeled. Okay, now we're going to go on to activity B, which is going to show how flowers reproduce. So the first simulation is going to be self-pollination, where the flower will take the pollen or the sperm from itself and fertilize its own eggs. So this is called self-pollination because flowers have both male and female parts, and so it's actually able to self-pollinate. So we are going to answer this question, and then we're going to go ahead and follow the steps of the gizmo. So here are the steps. Use the mouse to move some pollen grains to the stigma. Here are the pollen grains, going to move it to the sticky stigma. And then we're going to click on pollen tubes to watch the growth. So here the pollen or the sperm go down to the ovules or the eggs. And then we're going to drag some sperm into the ovules, and they're going to fertilize these eggs. Okay. And then it says click the petals. So now in the ovary, this is the ovary, you've got the fertilized eggs, which are now seeds. And that ovary is going to grow and ripen into a fruit. So a fruit is actually a ripened ovary, and those seeds inside are the fertilized ovules. So the pollen fertilized the eggs, and they became seeds. Those seeds can now grow into another plant. And the structure that the seeds are in is called a fruit. It's a ripened ovary. And so that is what happens with self-pollination. Usually we eat this fruit, animals eat this fruit, carry it around, spit out the seeds somewhere, and then they can grow into another plant. Okay, and then you're going to go back and hit reset. You're going to now do cross-pollination, which is similar, except for instead of taking pollen from the same plant and putting it on the same plant, you're going to take pollen from one plant and you're going to put it on the stigma of another plant. So you're cross-pollinating, cross-fertilizing. And these sperm are going to go follow the same pattern. Okay, so you'll follow these steps and you'll go ahead and fertilize this flower and it'll make another fruit and you'll be done. So after you finish answering the questions, you can go ahead and turn it in. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me. I hope you enjoy this lab.